Brandon also said I was supposed to stand in front of the tree. And besides, after eating buffalo wings, I've got gristle stuck in my front teeth, so it's probably a better view anyway. But everybody, I'm Tim Lawrence. I am the proud father of 5 kids, Shea, Tristan, Brandon, Michael, and Kenan. Here they're all here. I couldn't help but notice as I'm looking around the room tonight, what a big family this is. I notice the Colorado crew is here. You've been a part of our life for a long time. I know you've been a big part of Brandon's life, and just really appreciate you guys and your spouses showing up. Really appreciate that. Katie, where'd she go? Oh, good. Oh, that is you. I see you've got your girls here too, and heard y'all had a great time at the bachelor party from Shea. Thought that was a lot of fun. But the thing I'm struck with is, despite the fact that we're coming from 2 different states, we got Tom here from D.C. Oh, where are you from now? Well, I know, yeah, I said Tom. I'm struck that this looks like one big happy family. And I really appreciate the way that we've all come together to support you two as you get ready to make a very big step tomorrow. I think you're well on your way. Very proud of the both of you. And when Katie's been to our house for the past, 2 Christmases? Has it been 3? 2? 3? Time flies. What took you so long? Oh, okay. We were struck by her caring manner. She fit right in. And I also feel like our families are very much alike and very similar. And so we're looking forward to expanding the family and spending more time out here. But I think one of the stories I'd like to share was Brandon, well, no, actually Tristan moved away once, but she left and went to Phoenix for a while to be with her mom when she was down there. But it was a different experience when Tristan left because life went on for us in Denver because she'd already moved out. She wasn't a day in and day out part of our lives like you, well, you were at college. But when I brought Brandon out here, I had a Suburban, had a big trailer. We loaded everything up that he had on it. We drove out here. I ended up burning up the transmission, and somehow we still managed to limp into northern LA somewhere where we had to have the transmission fixed. But I'll never forget that when he moved into the first studio apartment in Santa Monica, I was excited for him. He was out here chasing a dream to get into editing and being in the movie industry out here. And it was a dream that I couldn't share because I have no background in that. I had no advice. I mean, I kind of fell flat as a dad because I didn't know what to tell him. But I will remember being excited for him, getting his stuff set up in that first studio apartment. One of the things I don't know that I'm very proud of, a little bit embarrassing, when I got up and left at 6 o'clock the morning after being here, getting the truck fixed and being here for about 5 days to head back to Denver, as soon as I pulled away from his apartment, I was struck with this overwhelming feeling that I was leaving my son. And that vulnerability haunted me all the way to Vegas. And I can't tell you that every song that seemed to come on the radio picked on another heartstring, and a couple times almost found myself out loud just wailing in the car. Somehow along the line, though, I did find out that California does have car and trailer speed limits, damnedest thing I ever saw, and I've never been one known to mind those very closely anyway, but somewhere out on the 15, I got picked up for going a little bit too fast, which kind of sobered me up real quick. Kind of made it go a little bit easier. But I'll never forget that feeling, son, when I left. And now you've been out here for 12 or 13 years. How many? 15. Good gosh. See, we hardly missed you. Damn. But I will say, in 15 years, this last 2 or 3, I guess, since you've met Katie and the Harrison family, I'm a little bit jealous of Jessica and Tyler. that they get to see so much of you, but I'm confident from meeting them in the Carolinas when we were on our vacation last year, you found another good family to be a part of. And I'm so proud and thankful that you guys are here to stand behind him as well and be there, those day-to-day decisions that they get to make in the future until sometime we're all a big happy family on the East Coast, maybe? Anyway, with that, I want to thank you. I'm so happy to have you being a part of the family, Katie, and I just wish you all the best. It's a step forward. It's a step that's going to require a lot of compromise, a lot of understanding, a lot of sacrifice for one another, and make this relationship be a lifelong one, because once you sign those vows or say those vows, it's a commitment, and it's a commitment of love. So with that, who do I pass off to? Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Well, hey, real quick, whoever has a drink, yeah, toast to the new couple. Oh, you go first. Welcome, sweetheart. That was great. Michael's just going to grab it.
Let's give it up for the father of the groom. He was terrified, and he just knocks it out of the park. At this time, guys, we want to kind of open up the floor. Anyone who would like to share a story, give a piece of advice, anything you want to say to Brandon and Katie at this time. I like to say I do a lot of weddings. I'm like a wedding DJ, not a wedding singer, but I like to say, this is an opportunity. It only comes around, if you're lucky, once in a lifetime. In this case, it will be once in a lifetime. So, yeah, anything you want to share? Outgoing, Evan or Tom or Matt? Yes, Matt always comes through. Let's go, Matt. He's one of the groomsmen. Everyone give it up.
Oh, tough to follow. Tim, great job. Wow, this sun is pretty bright, dude. Where should I stand? I'll stand over here so I can see you guys. I know. What do you think of this? Wow. I'm a little nervous, dude. I love you, man. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Matty Cole, and I've had the privilege of calling Brandon my best friend for the better half of 25 years now. The visions of ourselves sitting here today look a lot different than the two kids who became friends back in 8th grade. Over the years, our friendship has grown through nearly every chapter of life. We had middle school, we had high school, college, and then everything that came after that. We've helped each other through heartbreak and shared some of life's greatest joys. We've lived in different cities, different states, and even different countries. Yet no matter how much time, distance separated us, every time we got together, it felt like we picked up right where we left off. That says a lot about the kind of friend Brandon is. His loyalty, consistency, and commitment to the people he loves has never wavered. I've been fortunate enough to experience that for the better part of 2 decades. Thank you. And I couldn't be happier knowing Katie will get that same experience, that unwavering loyalty for the rest of her life. And Katie, from the moment we met you, it was obvious there was something different. You didn't just make Brandon happy, you made him better. You challenged him, you supported him, and brought out the very best parts of who he already was. The two of you fit together so naturally, and it's really nice to see. They say the best relationships aren't built on finding someone who completes you, but on finding someone who simply makes life better by being present. That's what I see when I look at the two of you. You balance each other out, make each other laugh, and you bring out a level of joy and confidence in one another that everyone in this room can see. Katie, they simply do not make men like Brandon anymore. What I mean, what other guy starts a relationship with a phone call first date? This guy does. That openness, honesty, and genuine interest in people isn't something he turns on when it's convenient. It's who he is every day. And what makes you the perfect fit for him is that you saw those qualities immediately. And you valued them, and you loved him the same way we do. So thank you for loving my friend. Thank you for believing in him and taking care of his heart. Thank you. Tomorrow's your wedding day. You get everyone in the same room twice in your life. You're only alive for one of them, like Michael said. So take a minute to look around. Look at the faces of the people who have supported, laughed with you, challenged you, and helped shape the lives you guys have built together. The day goes by faster than you think, but the memories last forever. So let's have a cheers. I don't have my beer, but everybody else does. Marriage isn't always what you're capable of. It's what you're willing to do. Willing to put each other first, willing to let little things go, willing to be there for each other and to grow together, and willing to love each other. So cheers to the willing bride and groom. Shaking.
That was really good, Matt. That was so good. I love you. Thank you.
Thanks, Matt. Everyone give it up for Matt. I always felt that Matt was Brandon's nicest and kindest friend. When they were bullying me when I was younger, giving me all kinds of shit, Matt was the guy that would stand in. All right, let's go, Evan. And Tom, both of them at the same... Oh, okay, just Evan.
Coming to me, the non-friendly friend of Brandon that used to rip on my kale aggressively when we were younger. Just kidding. Thank you very much for emceeing, and thank you for videotaping my beautiful wife and my wedding. Awesome. Anyway, how's everybody doing? I'm Evan Annenson. Nice to meet you guys. I am also one of the lucky Columbine kids that got to meet Brandon way back in the day. Our history actually goes back a little bit earlier. And I'm not going to lie, would like to be able to speak it just from the heart, but Tim, you're a little bit better than I am, so I'm going to have to read a little bit of this. So I was the kid, as Brandon would say back in 6th grade, that honestly was kind of a badass. I had 2 batting gloves when we were playing Little League Baseball for the Bulldogs together, and for some reason this has actually stayed with it for a long time, and Brandon still, to this day, still thinks I'm like one of the biggest deals he's ever met. Realistically, though, I never knew I'd appreciate a friend that now, after 25 years later, I'd be standing here calling him family. As many of you may not know, well, you kind of do now. Thanks, Maddie, for going first. But Brandon, Maddie, Cole, and I became one of the most threatening trios in high school anyone had ever seen. Reason being, we called ourselves the Tripod. That stemmed from one of our favorite movies back in the day, The Girl Next Door. For any of you guys who haven't seen it, PSA announcement on that movie, not meant for kids, or for the single gentlemen that are actually at this wedding. I'm going to need, where's Ty at? I'm also looking for my Kale as well. Ladies, single men, phenomenal dancers. Make sure you show off the moves, boys. Tomorrow is the night, all right? So in case you guys are wondering, Ty's over there looking good. Yeah, hand raise. Michael's over here running the camera. Just in case you guys are wondering, if there's some single ladies out there, you're welcome. But make sure they show off some of those moves, because wow. Back to the groom, however. High school was a bit of a strange time in my life. Figuring out who you are, what's next, and of course, what those ladies are. Thankfully, Brandon and Maddie were there to help me steer who I am today, and I literally don't know how to actually explain that in a way via words. And it's just been one of those things that's wild. 25 years plus at this point. that we're still sitting here, we're still going on trips, we're still doing all these things, and now we have our wives to be able to take part in it, future wife as well. I mean, honestly, it's kind of a relationship that, truthfully, I don't see all that often, and honestly, it means so much to me, and I really do appreciate you, and you as well, Matt. But whether it be midnight showings at the AMC 24 in Highlands Ranch, rolling around in the self-proclaimed sickest blue Mustang GTI, Qdoba burritos, or taking a rock to my car's windshield when we went just a tad too far blasting random kids at the Bulls Crossing movie theaters with water balloons. Hell of a night. Thank you guys for figuring out how to lie to my parents and get away with it. I really appreciate that. But Brandon and really the tripod have always been there for me, even as we have grown into our adult years. Brandon, I cannot tell you how proud I am to be standing here talking about you and this amazing bride you are adding to the squad. There have been relationships that ended in heartache. There have been way, way too many Conor McGregor moments. Oh. Arguments that go hellaciously overboard and all the other shenanigans we've been in, but at the end of it all, you're still my brother. And to try and thank you with any words that I can possibly say right now just won't fit the bill. Thank you for being a close friend. You've been to me for all these years, whether it's together or the miles apart. I love you and always will. Katie, a couple things you need to know, and before I dive into this, I want to clarify that yes, my wife is right over there, and I love her, so I cannot get in trouble for complimenting another woman, right? Right? Okay, thanks. No, all jokes aside, Katie, you are one beautiful bride that also happens to be the yin to Brandon's yang. You know how to mesh perfectly with his ridiculousness, his sarcasm, his ups and his downs, his fascination with VHS movie tapes in the rafters of your living room, and his impressive ability to sing Creed during any karaoke session. We should pull that out tomorrow night in case you guys are wondering. All in all, you two are amazing together, and truthfully, your friendship to myself, my wife, truly everyone here is a testament to what a wonderful woman you are, and I know you will continue to be. And I say that even though your dad seems to always give me the middle finger for something I say every time I'm around him. Appreciate that, Mr. Harrison. There it is. Drink it in. Anyways, gonna round this up. I love you both. Cannot wait to see what's next for you two. The tripod and Katie joining the ever-growing K Club of ladies that us CU boys seem to be adamant about marrying ladies with the first name that just starts with K. We're at like 7, I think, at this point, something like that. But at the end of the day, if everyone can raise a glass, toast these two. Let's get these kids hitched. Cheers.
Let's give it up for Evan. After Tom, does anyone on Katie's side want to say something? Maybe? Okay, cool.
Hey everyone, how we doing? How's the hair? Looks good. Am I crushing it? I'm crushing it. I knew it. Okay. Thanks. My name's Tom. Brandon and I have been friends for a really long time. So here's the thing. I figured I'd like to take the temperature up in this room a little bit because it's a little quiet. So we're gonna do something a little different. So would you guys be okay if I just roasted the groomsmen right now? Okay. Because I think I'm gonna. Hi, Matt, you balding sweetheart. Listen, Matt has been. And just cut it at Matt. Matt's been friends with Brandon for such a long time. I don't know how you've weathered that storm of being friends with him for that long, because I've been friends with him for half that time, and I've crossed bridges and really thought about it. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of freaking work. Michael, guy with the camera over there. Did you know that my middle name is Michael? You didn't know that? Did you know you spelled yours wrong? Did you know that? Everyone, you're probably like, well, it was his given name. He didn't choose that spelling. Well, you're an adult, Mike. Fix your mic. Sound good? Mike also DJs and produces music under the name Chasing Lights. I think I speak for everybody when I say Chasing Lights, more like chase a paycheck, nerd. How you like that? That's the only person I need to kill for right there. All right, here we go. It's time to get raunchy here. Kenan, my man, I barely know you. I don't think I've ever once sustained a full conversation with you. Let's keep it that way. Sound good? I'm all friended up, buddy. No vacancy. Thank you. Love you, man. Oh, boy. Who wants the wrath next? Evan. Here we go, bud. Look at that guy. That guy was at my wedding 2 weeks ago. He was the life of the party. Look at that smile. Look at that smile. Your mouth is huge. Such a huge mouth. He's also got a big dong. Now, let's talk about that because it's a frequent point of discussion amongst us fellas. And here's why I think our God is a cruel God sometimes. He put the only mouth big enough to suck his dick on his own face. So he's got to look into the mirror every morning and wonder what could be. It'll never happen. Now, Tyler, I met you earlier today. I don't know you at all either. Matt's loving it. You scare me a little bit. I'm not trying to catch that smoke. You're off. You got to pass. Landon, where's my man Landon? He's over there. Yeah, right in the sun there. I see the reflection off his head. Landon, I'll tell you one thing about Landon. It's the only thing you need to know about Landon is I invited Landon to my wedding 3 weeks ago, and he didn't come. Ooh. That's it for Landon. Thanks, bud. All right, now to get serious for a second. Brandon, you and Katie are safe. Relax. What I wanted to say to you is that we joke a lot about how you are my best friend, but I'm in your top 10 best friends. I can't tell you how happy I am that you are my best friend. We've been, I think, growing closer in the last 10 or 15 years, especially as our lives progress and getting married. I'm just crazy proud of you. I'm so happy for you. And Katie, I'm so excited for the both of you to start this together. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait for tomorrow. Let's have a drink. Cheers, everybody.
All right, let's give it up for Tom, or we could all give him middle fingers right now.
Thanks, man. All right. How's it going, everybody? My name is Brad. I am Emily's husband. She is the sister of Caitlin, and so you'll probably see me around tomorrow. Probably pretty fucked up tonight, but whatever. I have known Caitlin for close to 12 years now. Emily and I got married. We just celebrated our 10-year anniversary, but oh, thank you. I have a lot of really fond memories of Caitlin. You know, I was there right after she turned 21 when she was getting fucked up all the time. Or when she moved down to Oceanside with Emily and I, and all we would listen to, all we would talk about was Luke Bryan. Or even, yeah, there you go. Or even more recently when she was struggling to pass a statistics class and I tutored her. I did great in that class. And so, yeah, so I've known Caitlin for a long time now. Brandon, I've only known you now for like, 2 years, 3 years at this point. Brandon is really, really bad at video games. It's so fucking painful to watch. We were playing MLB not too long ago, and watching him play that game was actually fucking painful. Same with Five Crowns. He doesn't understand card games. It's horrible. I am going to keep this short and sweet. To the both of you, I wish you guys luck. You know, Brandon, we're super happy to have you as part of the family. Caitlin, we're super excited to see you, fall in love with Brandon and be as happy as you are. And so with that, I'm excited for tomorrow. I know we all are. And so, yeah, good luck to you both.
Thank you so much. Anybody else like to say some things? Boom.
It's hard to follow that up, Brad. Work all night. A really long time. I've been thinking about this day for a long time. We've been through every stage of life together. We met in high school, back when our biggest concerns were who had the best song on their MySpace page and whether our jeans were low-rise enough to legally count as pants. Then life took us in very different directions for a while. You guys ready for this story? Katie and I rekindled our friendship after we both moved to Los Angeles and San Diego in 2016. We were both going to the club. We're going to say club. We're going to keep it classy tonight. Having the time of our lives. We were constantly together every weekend for months. And then there was one particular weekend where I texted her and told her I had a surprise once she got up to my house. She walked in. I sat her down. Oh my God, I don't want to say this. I put a positive pregnancy test on the table and slid it over to her. And do you want to know the first thing Katie said when I did that? Do you want to say it? Do you want me to say it? Okay. She said, "Are we still going to the club tonight?" And I was like, yes, we are absolutely going to the club tonight. And we went to the club. And we boothed. And she had my secret. It was great. I promise I stopped drinking once the test was positive, by the way. And Katie was officially drinking for 2. James and I started our family very young, and suddenly my life became school drop-offs, diaper bags, and my typical everyday diet. That was Zoloft and the crusts of my kids' sandwiches that they refused to eat. Katie was out there living her best life, living the kind of single life that made the rest of us both concerned and deeply impressed. Having fun, traveling, barely even dating because she was so busy actually enjoying her 20s. Smart. I didn't do that. Meanwhile, I was at home trying to figure out how to make my newborn baby poop for the first time in 5 days. And through it all, Katie was constantly showing up for me all the time. She'd come and visit and make me feel human again. She reminded me that there was still life outside of diapers and panic Googling baby symptoms at 2 a.m. You keep me young. Writing this speech and trying to put into words what Katie means to me has honestly been really hard, because if you know anything about our friendship, it's hard to formalize something that has always just existed. When I look back on my life, I genuinely do not know a version of her without it. My best friend, who I've known as my Caitlin Kyoko, who my kids know as Auntie Kiki, and who Brandon knows as the love of his life, and she is also the love of my life. One thing that I've always loved about Katie is that she doesn't settle. She waited for the real thing. Not good enough, not fine on paper, not someone who just happened to be sitting there long enough. She waited for someone who truly matched her heart, her humor, and her energy. And then came Brandon, and thank God, because we were getting tired, concerned. Katie, you have always been one of the most loyal, hilarious, strong ride or dies I've ever known. And Brandon, thank you for loving my best friend the way she deserves to be loved. I didn't realize it was this long. I just kept writing. Because if you know Katie, you know that there is one thing she cares more about. Oh, wait, no. Oh, my God. Brandon, cover her ears. Ready? Before I finish, I need everyone to help with one thing. If you know Katie, you know there is one thing she cares about more than literally anything else tonight, and that's whether everyone is having fun. Katie wants every person here, there's lighting, weather, vibes, whether every single person here is having an acceptable amount of fun at all times. No matter how much fun you guys actually have this weekend, You still need to cover. Katie, cover. Full effect. Cover her ears. I need every single one of you to spend the rest of your lives telling Katie these exact words. Ready? Katie, wow. This was the best wedding I've ever been to. Right? I'm not done. I'm sorry. Full effect. Another good one. I've been talking about this weekend for years. Bonus points if you tell Katie. Ready? Nothing will ever top this. That's a good one. Always good to hear. Even if you have a medium amount of fun, lie to her. I need Oscar-worthy performances from everyone here. And I was going to say, Katie, welcome back, but you've been here the whole time. And thank you for putting on such an amazing party. Everyone, please raise a glass. I'm done. Sorry. Love you guys. Oh my God. My best friend's getting married. Next is Lexi Rosenden for sure. Oh, Lexi Gallup. Rosenden's fine. I'll introduce her. I'm the MC now.
Oh boy, I'm so nervous. Hi everyone, I'm Lexi. I'm lucky enough to call Katie one of my very best friends. Years ago, Carly told me she had a friend coming up from San Diego and said, "You are absolutely going to love her." And she couldn't have been more right. From that moment we met, my life changed for the better. Since then, we've shared so many incredible memories together. Nights out at the club, 90s nights at State Social, trips to Disneyland and SUR, and countless conversations about Bravo, which probably make up about 90% of what we talk about. Through it all, Katie has brought so much fun and laughter and joy into my life, and I'm so grateful that our paths crossed 10 years ago now, I think it was. You're truly one of the most genuine people I've ever known. You have the most beautiful heart. You're the kind of friend everyone hopes to have, and I'm really lucky that you're in my life. Brandon, it's been so wonderful getting to know you. I'm like shaking. Thank you for loving my best friend so well. You're an incredible man, and you've made her happier than I have ever seen her before, and for that I'll always be really grateful. And Katie, you're just as lucky that you found someone who will love and support and stand by you for the rest of your life. This weekend is all about the two of you, and I can't wait to watch you have the fairy tale that you've always dreamed of. And I can't wait to watch the next chapter of your guys' lives together and just watch your journey begin together. So, cheers to the happy couple. I love you. Who's this going to next?
Let's give another round of applause.
Good evening, everyone. Are we done? My name is Landon. I am one of Brandon's first people that he met, actually the first person he met in California. And somehow I've had the privilege of being friends with him, gosh, listening to Tim 15 years now. And I remember you talking about the transmission going out when we sat down, or when you guys sat down at that table. I've actually have a special distinction. I probably should have given you a warning label, knowing all of the shenanigans we were going to get into. So we worked together at Islands for 2 or 3 years, and we did as much time laughing as we actually did working. From there, we managed to create a collection of stories that probably shouldn't be shared in public, but here we are, and this is the reason we do this. There was the time we found ourselves running from the cops on the Santa Monica Pier at 2 a.m. There was maybe the not-so-legal bonfire on the Malibu beach. The time he found me with a girl dead asleep on me dancing at the Whaler to Etta James' At Last. I never lived that up. There was our famous, I gotta give a little context here. There was a famous sign language stunts. I'm fluent in sign language. And so we would go to this bar called the Backstage. And Brandon, for whatever reason, he thought it was so funny to be at the other side of the room and just stick his hands in the air and pretend to talk to me in sign language, thinking it was going to attract people, thinking we were cool. When in actuality, we looked like idiots. But we were in our 20s. And through all of this, Brandon had one phrase he would always say whenever we were about to do something questionable, whenever we were about to do something adventurous or just stupid. And in his little Owen Wilson voice, just dive in. And so we did. On every adventure, every fun activity that we did together. And so that phrase pretty much sums up Brandon. Whether it was a new adventure, a new argument, because we debated about every topic a lot, which, by the way, I lost far more often than I won. And he was always all in. Another one of my favorite moments or memories is the night we were in North Hollywood, and I had to convince Brandon that beating up a taxi driver was probably not the best way to resolve a disagreement. And to Brandon's credit, he was passionately debating the situation long before I didn't really talk him out of it, I pulled him out of it. But that's who Brandon is. He cares deeply, he thinks deeply, he debates deeply, and he loves deeply. And Katie, what I have loved saying is that Brandon has finally found someone worth ending the debate for. Someone he doesn't have to convince. Yeah, let's clap for that. Someone he doesn't have to convince, someone he doesn't have to out-argue or challenge every day, someone who makes him better. So Brandon, thank you for the laughs, the adventures, and the friendship. And Katie, thank you for loving my brother from another mother. And together, may you continue to just dive in to every adventure that life brings your way. Let's raise a glass.
Anybody else?
All right, this one might be. Is it on? I'll make it quick, I promise, because you're going to hear me for 20 minutes tomorrow. My sweets. Here you are. So Jessica and I met when we were 10 years old. And Caitlin's been like, she calls me her number 2 mom. So she's been like our firstborn in the friend group. So she was the kid who I maxed my credit cards out for to make sure she had every outfit from Sears, JCPenney's, where else to Mervyn's. I mean, come on. And she had all the perfect outfits from baby to, I don't know, Jessica, what was it, like 10 years old? Yeah, and then as she got older, she got all my hand-me-downs. Same with Emily, Haley, and her mom would do this cute thing where she'd give them fake money, and they would have to bid on the outfits that I handed down. So then they had to bid like their money. Do you remember this? And those days were so special to me, and to watch you grow up is so amazing. I swear I'll get through the ceremony tomorrow. I promise. But I'll get my tears out now. But Caitlin and I also, like, she is my twin. So basically, I grew up in her same situation. You know, I had my time to party, had my time to hang out with my friends, live on my own, just like Caitlin. You know, in our 30s, we, you know, met our Prince Charming. So
that is just how it went for us. And Caitlin would call me, share stories, come to me for advice. I was the cool mom. Sorry, Jess. And I am so, so happy to see you here and that I get to do this huge honor tomorrow. And I promise I'll do good. I'll do you guys proud, I promise. I love you both. I'm so glad you found each other, and I can't wait to watch you guys grow old together. I love you. Check it out.
Thank you. Round of applause again.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tristan. I am Brandon's older sister, number 2, not number 1. Shea, you know where you're at. I'm going to sum this up in a single story. Brandon, I believe, was a junior. Correct me if I'm wrong. I get a call. I'm loading tubes up in a truck with my best friend one morning. It's like 10 a.m. I'm about to have the best day of my life with some friends, drink, party, great time, Boulder Creek. Brandon calls and he goes, I need you to come pick me up right now. I need you to come pick me up right now. Where are you? What's going on? What's happening? No, I just need you to pick me up right now. Where are you? I'm in the neighborhood across from the parents' house. Okay, where? I am in the neighborhood across the street from the parents' house. Okay, cool. I guess I'll come pick you up. So I'm going to Boulder Creek. I want to mention this so many times because I've never been able to tube Boulder Creek since this day. I was so excited about it. So anyway, I drive from Aurora all the way back to Littleton, and now I'm driving around this neighborhood. I'm trying to find my brother. Let me just give you a visual effect. I'm driving, and I casually, strolly look to my left in this green belt. And Brandon's head pops out of this tall grass, just like, and I'm like, what is happening? And all of a sudden, this kid goes, he's running through this grass, this tall grass, with one shoe on. One shoe on, there's blood. I'm like, what is going on? He gets in the car, he's like, drive! My parents are out of town. There's like two boys at a house. I'm not sure what's happening, what's going on. He's just like, get me to the hospital. Get me to the hospital right now. I'm like, I look over and all of a sudden I see is a white bone kneecap. And I was like, what's happening? Let's go to the hospital. Luckily, my parents left like the insurance card on the counter, swooped that up. We went to the hospital. And finally, I'm like, what happened? Well, we partied. I don't know which 3 or all 3 of you were there. I'm pretty sure somebody was on the outside patio. They decided to throw a rager. Just 4 of you. A bottle of Jaeger. This is the moment as an older sibling you realize your younger brother's in his rebellious age, which I hit at the same time as him. Like we were at the same moment and I'm like, oh shit. Oh man, why is he doing this so early? And he's telling me that they got drunk off their asses. I won't mention anything more. And then they decide to go TP a house. They decide to go TP a house. I don't know who this person was. I don't really care. They get caught by the police. The police start chasing these 4 boys, trying to TP a house, and they run. And somebody decided to stay back and rat them all out. I won't name names. But Brandon, this is how you know that he's so loyal. that he decided to run from the police. I don't know what time of night this was, but he stayed in tall grass all night long until 10 o'clock in the next morning, slept in the grass with the frogs and the snakes and whatever else, all night long, not to rout out his brothers and his bros, so that he could go to the hospital, get some stitches with me, which I really despise to be the person he called. But I also loved it at the same time. But he would not rat out his brothers. I really don't remember who it was that ratted him out, but he still got in trouble. What a jerk. what a jerk. I was like, whoa, that's not a good friend. And I was like, at least you got some good morals. But that's the kind of person Brandon is he stands by his brothers, he stands by his family. He is loyal to a bone, literally to the bone. I'm sure he still has stitches there. But he'll stand by the people he loves, even though it's TPing in the house. I was like, literally, you could have just showed up, and what were the cops gonna do? Like, smack you on the wrist? Did you think this was a good idea? I was so mad about it, and I missed my tubing days so he could get stitches. But I just want to say, Katie, you have a really amazing man who is loyal to the bone, and I wish you guys both the best. Everyone, give him a cheers.
Good job. Anybody else? Last chance. You don't have to be shy over there if you'd like to, join over here. You might be a part of the roast, though. All right.
I'm actually not going to roast. Tristan got the good roast. I'm just going to speak directly to these guys. When I think of you guys as a couple and as a big sister, I think what comes to mind is greater than I could dream or imagine. And that's two parts. The first part is that as a big sister, when I look at the man that you've become, Brandon, well, first, I'm just so proud of you. We used to butt heads like crazy because we're similar. We're very competitive. I guess the only quick story I'll tell is that Brandon is very manipulative and a liar. We got into a big fight when we were little, and I remember standing in the bathroom, and I don't even remember what the fight was about, but this is the only roast. This is the only roast. This is the only roast. We're fighting, and Brandon just drops the F-bomb out of nowhere, and as soon as those words leave his mouth, he's like, Dad, did you hear Shaya say the F word? I got grounded for 2 weeks because I fought. I was like, it wasn't me. He didn't believe me. I got grounded. So, just kidding. But we butt heads. Did you just admit to it? I'm sorry, on the mic?
I did say the F word.
That was 2 weeks of my life I'll never get back. Just kidding. But no. Joking aside, but it's been the absolute greatest joy of my life to watch you become the man that you are. And so when I say greater than I could dream or imagine, you've become a man that I have greater than I could dream or imagine. Katie, this guy right here will fight for you. He will protect you. He will be romantic. He will tend to your heart. And he is greater than you could dream or imagine. And Brandon, Katie, this woman right here, I haven't got to know her very long, but I'm a good judge of character. But Katie, as I've gotten to know you, your tender heart, the way that you bring out his courageousness, his strength, his vulnerability, that is something that I've never seen. And it's been really fun to watch his vulnerable side come out. And the complete picture that you guys make has been greater than, as a big sister, I could ever dream or imagine for this guy right here. And so the second part of that is that it's amazing to watch how the lives of our story bring us to this moment. And so I'm also going to say for such a time as this, because for every moment that was hard, for every moment that made you break down and brought you to your knees, for every moment that you weren't sure you'd ever find a person that could love you the way that the two of you love each other, it's here now. And not only is it here now, but greater than you can dream or imagine is your future when you look back on those last days. And when those days are over and that eternity comes, will you get to look back at this long and beautiful journey and say that every step along the way was more than worth it, and it prepared your hearts for each other. And so I just want to say that no matter what the journey looked like to get here, it was worth it. So take every second. And in those moments where it's a little bit hard, on days where you're tired and when you're frustrated, I want you to remember this night. I want you to remember the faces that are here supporting you, because this is your team. This is your championship team that is going to continue every day to support and walk beside you guys as you live out your greater than you could dream or imagine. Here's to the couple.
Yeah.
Such a bitch. You're sitting there talking shit behind the camera, just watching you think over your life.
This asshole.
This fucking guy. It's video, so you know, it's just good times. Yeah. You guys look so nice. I'm so happy you're here.
Yeah, we just got married in October.
Do you want to wave? Wave to the camera. Wave? You're not even looking at the lens. Look here. There you go. Oh, these are going to be the next newlyweds right here. The most badass motherfucker right
Love you,
here.
Dad.
Yeah.
Oh, coming out? Well, she's come out. Good. Either way. I came out one
I had enough saved up to like